Okay, welcome everybody. Let's get ready for today. I'll just take that out. So one of the problems we had last week was the copy trader. So just so everyone knows, I just before the market opens, I just go into sim mode, just do all the accounts. So copy trader should be working. So fingers crossed. And then we just wait and see. We just wait for something. It's looking a little bit messy on the open at the moment. I'm just going to wait for this open here before I do anything. I want to see what the cash does. It's just had a bar there and it really hasn't done anything. So everything's going to gap down at the moment, so we could get a really quick move back up, but we'll see. That's no. Okay, so that's already moved. Nasdaq and the S&P are already moving. Russell looks dead. So annoying. So annoying that bar happened just before that. Huge gap down. Let's see if this can recover from here. See, Russell's right near that low. That's the low there, so it could go a little bit further there. This down really looks, just doesn't look right. Well, that would have been a good start. If that 2 minute bar happened just on the open on the Nasdaq, that would have been a lot nicer. It just happened like this. That was it there on the 5. You can see that little bar there, and then it's just gone and done. What's it done? Like nearly 100 points. It's pretty easy too. Big gap down. As they say, the hardest part is the start. So I'm just going to wait for the right trade to come along to start off with. Don't want to take anything silly to start off. Obviously, it sounds ridiculous, but you don't want to start off with a loss. And yeah, Russell was not a trade. Dow was not a trade. The Nasdaq just wasn't trend time bar. But it was a big gap down, so. Okay, we need to have a little bit of a pullback here. This is very strong. You could just tell that it was really not going to drop a lot based on the cash chart. So if we're going to get a re-entry here, it's going to need a little bit of a pullback down to that's 50%. So I don't think we'd get down to that 50% point on the 5. That's a long way. We're probably looking at, there's no real level there. It's just probably just going to go actually. It could just drift from here. Both the Russell and the Dow are very much against the trend. Anyway, they're with the trend after a pullback, so there you go. Okay, we're going to get a really strong bar here. Got a strong bar there on the Dow. We can get a little pullback and make a higher low. Yeah, it's going to drift now. Okay, this is what we needed to see. Here we go. This is good. Come on, come down to this level. If we can get a pullback down to this level, well, the only trade was possibly on the maybe the 30 or the 1 minute on the Nasdaq. It was with the trend. It was after a pullback, but just wasn't aggressive enough. It's always hard starting new accounts. They're at zero. You want to keep them clean. So probably a little bit too conservative on that. Oh, well, at least you took it, Vasil. I mean, I think one of the things we've all got to do in 2026 is stop taking PPTs to, like, just PPTs are good, but they also become a bit of a crutch where you rely on them too much and you end up cutting off your profit. Like, you know, the trend was very strong there. So, but I couldn't agree with you more, Vasil. I know why you'd look at it, because it came down to 50% of the bar on the 30 seconds. So, like, you know, it came back down. So it's going to be very interesting from here. Damn, forgot to take my drink. My special drink. Okay, so we're coming down to this level now. So gee, I've seen this night. Okay, so I can't go long on this if it's below purple. So just got to remember what my rules are. Well done, Dilly. Really want to go long on the Dow here. It just doesn't look good enough. so 1 minute Nasdaq, it's probably one of those half and half ones. It could work. You do have short-term momentum coming up. The angle, but it's just too risky. It's a 50-50. Well, certainly wasn't 50-50. Worked straight away, so. So a little bit frustrating for a Monday. I think if I had my accounts already a couple of grand in profit, I would have taken that Nasdaq, I think. But Damn, kind of the same, Christians. I hate it when it does this, when it just drifts. That said, well, I suppose if you're in the trade, you would be out by now because you would have been out on the geometric angle. So, but longer term, it's still above. So we're just going to have to wait and see what it does now. On the cash charts, the trend is still down. This is what we need to understand. The trend is still down here. So from a positive perspective, it should come back down, but how did I not see that? This is what happens when you teach, isn't it? I've completely missed the 15-minute cash chart. If you're a student, look at the Nasdaq on the 15-minute cash chart and you'll realise why everyone should have gone long. That is retarded, Cam. I didn't even see that. I don't know why I didn't see that. Yeah, it's exactly the same pattern, but the cash charts look the same. They're exactly the same. Should have gone long on both. That is actually a really bad. This is why, God, everyone's saying like, oh God, I make all my money from the community. It's like this is why I'm just going to stop teaching soon. I can't do two things at once. I just can't, and I've missed that, and that's probably cost $100 grand. Yeah, it looks, yeah, the ES and the Nasdaq look exactly the same on the cash chart, Elizabeth. So, but you'll see why there was there was just absolutely no reason it was going to go down. So, no chat window anymore during open. What do you mean? The chat window's been open the whole time. Oh, it was nothing to do with that. It was nothing to do with the chat window. It was my pre-market analysis. I finished the webinar tonight at 6:07 because I was teaching. Like I shouldn't. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do the teaching part on a Sunday. I don't know. I just can't do multiple things. So then when I finished the webinar, I have to get everything set up, like obviously YouTube and everything. So yeah, usually Lisi is my hard stop. Yeah, I know you need to prep for the open, but I didn't prep for it. Like I didn't prep properly. I've obviously missed something really significant there, which is just dumb. So. Anyways, there'll be other opportunities, there'll be other trades, but this is why this is going to just go now. Oh, funny. It's exactly what I needed too, because when you start off on new funded accounts, when you start off on fully funded accounts, the first trade does not count for the consistency rule. So if you can get a really good trade on the first trade, so, I mean, let's punish ourselves for a second. Let's do it. Let's have a looky-see what the punishment would have been. So, so the entry on the 32nd was 25784. 25784. I have to say, look, I'd probably 25857. Be realistic because I think I would have been out there. So it's 292, 292 ticks. So 292, it's 145%. And let's just say we were really confident and did that with that. So that would have been $7,000 on that, on one account. And on all 20 accounts, it would have been $145,000. So what happens is, so my first trade, if I got out at those points, would have been $7,200. So what that means is that now, based on the consistency rule, it would mean that my next trade can't be any more than 30% less of that, I think it is. So if it's 714.21, so my next trade would have to be $5,000, which is, easy. Couldn't be over $5,000 to meet the consistency rule. I'm saying there's no consistency rule for the very first trade, Shane. So for the first trade, if you can get a really good trade on the first trade, then you're killing it, because then the consistency rule is basically out. Not only that, hypothetically, we take that trade, drawdown's gone, consistency rule is gone. Now let's just say we took that, a little bit more conservative, and we took it with 2 contracts, which is what I talked about during the webinar. 2 contracts is still a $3,000 trade. So, that is a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. That's a 70-point trade. Most trades you're going to take are going to be between 10 to 40 points. That's a 70-point trade. That's an awesome trade. So, anyway, hasn't worked out like that. We can't go through the past. That's what it is. Didn't work out like that. I've said many, many times, don't really give a shit about the consistency rule. I'm just going to concentrate on building the account as much as possible and having winning trades. And then it'll all take care of itself. But tonight's move is not unrealistic. It was trend time bar. It met the rules. So if we go back to this and we say, okay, so that first one with 5 contracts, people talk about making $1 million, and you're like, oh, it's impossible to make $1 million. It's a $145,000 trade. So you do that, 6 times? You can do that 6 times in a month. 145, 300, 600, 900. So there's your, 6 trades, 900,000 US. So, it's an incredible opportunity. You just have to choose well. Anyways, that's not how it's worked out at the moment. We've just got to trade it. Okay, yeah, 30% of account profit. So if you're $7,000 up, does that mean you can't make any more than? Gee, that would be $3,000. Geez, everyone's going to fuck up the consistency rule then. That's why I'm just not going to worry about it. I don't even want to really get it in my head. I'm just going to concentrate. Haha, hello Bella. Speak of the devil. We're just talking about consistency rule, Bella, and how I'm going to ignore it. So anyways, as I said, this is I think this is what's so exciting about this in terms of the opportunity, because you know that was with, what do we say, 2 contracts. So 2 contracts, and that's that move from, oops, wrong picture. So that's the move here, actually the 30-second chart. So the 30-second chart was from here. So that's the entry there, and that would be the exit there. So from there to there is the 292. So if you took that as the 292, which is 292 ticks, that's what you get there, 2 contracts, 292. So that would be per account. And then if you're obviously doing that, you've got, what, now I've got to try and work it out, what's that, 40 contracts. 40 contracts, yeah. So it'd be $58,000. That's 58 grand on the first trade. It's ridiculous. And people are always like, oh, why are you using Apex? It's like, okay, is it difficult to trade? Oh, I mean, if you can trade, no. But you just don't get 20 accounts with everybody else. The potential is just huge. So and that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's why if your account gets bigger, then so does the consistency rule. So I'm just going to concentrate on getting my account as significant as possible. We'll see what happens. I don't want to put any pressure on myself to do anything. Let's just get started first. I just want to get to the $2,500 mark and get it out of the sort of drawdown zone, get it out of that. And then we'll give it a red hot go. And as you can see, that was a $50,000, $135,000 trade. And then I'll worry about payouts and all that sort of stuff at the end of the month. Consistency rule pay. All I'm thinking about right now is taking the right trades and obviously the drawdown. And if you take trades which are trend time bar and they go into profit straight away, you don't ever need to worry about the drawdown. You're in the Russell. Where Vasil? Okay, well done. Jesus, that's balls of steel. Well done. Just remember the 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute Russell, Vasil. Just keep a really close eye on that. And you know what I mean when I say the 5 minute Russell. So just keep an eye on that, because if it comes back down to, if it gets down to that low, which is this one here, if it gets to here, that's going to turn around really quick. You can see how volatile momentum is here. Yep, just leave it now. What you can do, Vasil, is you can actually attach the stop loss to the moving average. I think if you click on the stop loss and then press control, then just leave it. Good, I'd do that. That way you can just leave it. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, Ian. I'm doing this very different to anybody else, I think. I'm not going for quick payouts. I want to grow this account. I've actually linked my real account to these accounts. So when I take a trade, it's also going to be a trade on my real account. Because there'll be people that are like, oh, that's bullshit, it's just a sim account. Yeah, well, I'm taking my real account as well. It's actually linked, my real account is linked to these accounts. So when I take a trade on the Apex accounts, it's actually a trade on my real account as well. Why wouldn't you? That's the whole point. That's the whole point of a prop firm. You're meant to be getting capital and getting ready to trade your own money. So we'll get to 1 million, and then we'll give Apex a heart attack and get to 3 million, and then we'll get the highest payout ever. Yep, you shouldn't be. PPTs are great for starting. When you enter a trade, you don't take a PPT, you enter and you see what the very next bar does. If the next bar does not go significantly into profit, then you start looking at setting a PPT. But you've also got to grade the trade beforehand. Okay, Basil, you can see that the bars are starting to get smaller, especially on the 15 and the 30 second. So you don't need to be too aggressive, but you could do the high of those levels there rather than being super aggressive. But this will very likely turn. Yep, cool. Oh, and look at that. Okay, now what I'd love right now is a quick drop. We need a quick drop. We've got the trend up, we've got momentum up. We just need a quick move down, sort of like a little bit of a panic move, and then it continues up. I would hope, I mean, I'm obviously doing a Christmas list here, but it'd be nice if we could get down to this level again straight away with just a strong bar. Maybe come down something like that. Maybe do one bar like that, and then another bar like that, but it might not get there. And you'd have that rubber band effect. Was I right, Basil? I mean, what's it gone up since there? It's gone up exactly since I said that's gone up, what, 15 points, 20 points? And now the Rustler's going up. I would love to be a little bit more, I'd love to be in profit here because I'd actually look at this. I actually would have looked at going long, Basil, when you were getting out. But I think your stuff works. Yeah, it could. We'll see. We'll see in about 3 weeks. 4 weeks. What do we got for the rest of it? We've got 4 weeks for January. No, we've only got 3 weeks left of January now. Took too long on my bloody eval. But, you know. This is what's so exciting about this market. Like, you know, you could, I don't want to throw figures out there, but yeah, it's pretty incredible what you can do. But it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be really good at this. So Dow's doing the same thing here. Very hard to trade that. 1 minute bar's coming up. You can see that momentum is just, trend is up, momentum is up. Cash chart is exactly the opposite. Thank you, Axton. Duh! I said this is a bit boring here. And we need that pullback. We've got short-term momentum coming up. The Dow is working, but not really significantly. Basil got out at the perfect time. Still don't know how I missed that 15-minute. If it goes sideways, then it won't be a move up. If we drop, it'll need to be a reversal back up straight away. So if we go down and then we do some bars sideways, that means it's almost getting ready for a move down. But the cash chart looks, it looks pretty good now. Everything looks good for up. We just need a bit of a pullback down to this. Even just down to this level now, really. That would be nice. Don't drift. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It's not dropping, it's just drifting up. So we'll look at the cash chart here. There should be, that's a level of resistance there. That's the next level of resistance there, which we hit. So that's the strong level. That's the support there. Very strong level on the S&P. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's not what we want. Yeah, it's not. No, not going to take that. Glad I didn't take that. It's failed straight away. Come back down. Done 12 points on the downside. So smart not to go in there. Oh, my thing wasn't on there. Well done, Cam. Yeah, that's awesome, Ben. Well done. If you've traded 5 different accounts, all separately, then that's passing 5 different evals. You're definitely ready. That's the whole point. Like the whole point of doing this is almost like passing an eval every week, at least. Once we get out of this No, it's definitely it's not madness. I don't see that as madness at all, Ben. If I look, I've put myself under a little bit too much pressure. If I was learning something new like this, I'd do the same thing. I actually really enjoyed trading on Friday. I enjoyed passing the accounts. Trading is actually like it is fun. You can't say it's not. Like it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be exciting, but it is exciting. You've just got to control that excitement and make sure it's logic rather than emotion. But being in a trade is fun. Doing something is. I cannot believe I missed that trade. Obviously I overwhelmed myself today. I got 6 brand new monitors today, and I haven't even taken them out of the box. Yeah, I think that's brilliant, Ben. So you're definitely ready. If you can do 7 accounts separately, then it's not a fluke. So much of all this is just about psychology, though. Like, I just saw that first bar on the Nasdaq, and my instant thought was the range of the bar, which was 48 points, and I thought about the drawdown. I mean, Apex are brilliant. It's so smart. All the prop firms are smart. They do these things. It's just something extra to mess with your head. If that was a live trade, like on my normal account, I would have even thought about the drawdown. Yeah, well, it's not only missing a trading day, Ben, but you've also got to be ready for that trading day as well. Like, I mean, I was here tonight and I saw that trade. For some reason, I usually go through the process of going through the higher time frames, and I didn't look at the 15-minute cash. I obviously had too much on my brain. we also have to remember, like, this has been a tough market over the past week or so. Liquidity is definitely less. It has been so volatile. There's just been so much chop. So this is definitely not normal. Well, I don't see us getting much for a little while, unfortunately. The Nasdaq's finally doing what I would wanted it to do, but momentum has slowed. So we could still get a move down and then a move back up. Just gonna do something for a second. Okay, we're back. That's not good enough. I mean, it does look... God, there's some volatility, isn't there? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. It's a double top. I mean, this needs to work and break through that high, because otherwise it's going to be a 1, 2, possibly a lower high. Okay, this is a good sign. Maybe that level there. What would be that level? That level there. Well, this is looking very messy, guys. Definitely need a pullback here, but don't think we're going to get anything for a little while. The goal really is to try and get everything done in the first hour. That's where most of the stuff happens. So. Yes, it's just not good enough, Cam. Okay, we're just drifting at the moment. I might take a break for 10 minutes. Fortunately, it's drifting with a little bit of volatility, so it's not really clean. The Russell and the Dow are out. The two things that I'm just looking at the moment are the S&P and the Nasdaq. I think maybe in about 10-15 minutes time we might get something, but I'm just going to have a stretch and I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Not looking great, guys. Not looking great. Strong bar on the S&P there. You can see it's still strong, but we've just done so much price here. We now need to do time, so it needs to go either we need to have a pullback or it needs to come back down. We've already gone through the strategy, but the strategy is on my, if you go to my YouTube channel, as a pretty simple breakdown of how I trade. It's pretty simple. Just trade with the trend after a pullback. That's it. Not too complicated. You can see today, I should have traded either the S&P or the Nasdaq because it was above purple on both of the charts. Had a pullback on both of the charts. And not really that hard. So there's those two. Just trade with the trend after a pullback. It's always, and as I said earlier, the hardest part of these accounts is the start. You're on zero, you don't want to go backwards, you get a little bit of red, you feel like you're backwards. It's a very good mind game, funded accounts. But once you get going, it's simple. We've just got to get these accounts up a little bit so then we can be a little bit more aggressive. Cool, well done, Samuel. I'm not sure where on the Dow, but possibly the 5. But same sort of thing. I mean, it was with the trend. It was after a pullback. That's it. Trading's not that difficult. It's only... Yeah, not far behind you there, Basil. I'm looking for a pullback on the Nasdaq now, and it's not going to happen. It's drifting. And you've also got long-term momentum coming straight up. It's going to probably drift throughout here. I can't see getting a trade here at the moment. Very frustrating. Very exciting as well. Like, I mean, as I said, I made a mistake on this one. Haven't lost any money, but if I look at the 15-minute chart, still don't know how I missed that, but anyway. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop streaming on YouTube now. We've done an hour and 40. What have we done? Hour and 40 minutes. So I was going to do an hour. We've done longer than that, so. And I don't really see anything at the moment, so rather than just sitting around and watching, we will wait until later. So I'm going to stay on for the whole session, and as it's happening now, we're now drifting through that high, so we can't do anything, which sucks a little bit. So anyway, I'm recording everything as per usual, so all the screens are being recorded. So if there's a trade and I take the trade, everything will be recorded. You can see all my account details are live. Everything's live. You can see the account numbers. You can see the full account numbers, not just cutting everything off. So everything's there. So I can't fake anything. So yeah, everything's there. And we'll go along. Day one. It's a bit of a shame because it would have been a pretty big start if we took that. But there are so many opportunities that come along, so we'll wait and see what happens. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. As usual, please like and subscribe. We're going to be on every single night now, so I'm not going anywhere. I'll be on every single trading night before the start of the open, and we'll get this going. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.